Hello students, it's time for your English class and we started with Unit 4 Adventure. In the previous video we studied about Bachendri Pal and studied the exercises related to it. In today's video we'll be doing the passage Conquering Everest and the related exercises. So let's start with it. In activity 1 to 4, first we studied about the prominent personalities like Bachendri Pal, Pratibha Patil, Saina Nehwal and Sunita Williams. And then in activity 2, we read about Bachendri Pal, a heroine of the Himalayas. Let's quickly revise what was written there. Bachendri Pal was born in 1954 in a village called Nakori in the district of Garhwal in Uttaranchal. Her father, Kishan Singh Pal, was a small trader. The family had 5 children and Bachendri Pal was the middle one. Right from her childhood, Bachendri was very active. She was good at both her studies and sports. Bachendri's first mountaineering experience was at the age of 12. She, along with her classmates, went for a picnic. She climbed a height of 13,123 feet with a few of her friends. However, they couldn't climb down the height as it became dark. They had to spend the night without food and shelter. It was an unforgettable experience for Bachendri Pal and it increased her love for adventure and mountaineering. Though there were hardships, Bachendri Pal continued her studies and completed it successfully. The principal of the school advised her parents to send her to college. She completed her studies and became the first girl in her village to graduate. During her college days, Bachendri Pal also secured the first position in the event of rifle shooting. One day, Bachendri Pal told her parents about her dream of becoming a professional mountaineer. Her parents did not like her idea. They thought that mountaineering was not an appropriate work for a woman. They wanted her to be a teacher, but Bachendri Pal was firm. She convinced her parents to allow her to join the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, NIM. Her instructors soon realized that she was an extraordinary student and treated her as Everest material. In 1982, while at NIM, Bachendri Pal had the opportunity to climb the Gangotri and the Rudugariar peaks as well. Meanwhile, she also got the job of an instructor at National Adventure Foundation, which trains women for mountaineering. And after this, we did the question answers and the meanings. So now, let's move ahead with Activity 5. Activity 5. Fill in the missing letters to create a word from the article given below. Then write the full word on the line. The clues are given, some missing words are given, and you have to fill them after reading the article given below. So first, let's read the article. Activity 6. Read the following passage. The passage is Conquering Everest. Conquering means to win something. So, winning Everest, it does not mean that it belongs to you now, but the highest mountain, when you climb it, when you reach the top of it, that means you have conquered Everest. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain on earth. Its peak is located on the border between Nepal and Tibet in China. It is a part of the Great Himalayan Mountain Range. The Great Himalayan Mountain Range, which are to the north of India, which act as a natural border for India. They are part of Himalayan mountain range, and the peak, the top of the mountain, the top of Everest is located on the border between Nepal and Tibet in China, and it is the tallest mountain on earth. Its height is 8,848 meters, or in feet if we say 29,029 feet. So you can imagine how tall it is. So it is the tallest mountain on earth. For many years, climbers tried and failed to reach the summit of Mount Everest. Summit, the top of a mountain, or as we studied the peak. So the top of that mountain. Many years climbers tried and failed to reach the top of Mount Everest. In 1953, the British put everything they had into giving it one more try. British means people of Great Britain or the United Kingdom. So, or the language. So the people of United Kingdom or people of Great Britain, they tried everything and thought of giving it one more try. They hoped that their climbers will reach the top in time for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth. Coronation is the ceremony at which a person is made king or queen. So before Queen Elizabeth is coronated, they thought that the climbers can reach the top in time for the coronation for Queen Elizabeth. 10 different climbers from all over the world were chosen to make the trek. Trek means that journey on foot. They had to reach the top on foot, not via helicopter or any other device. They had to climb it. In April and May, supplies were relayed up the mountain and camps were set up every 1000 to 2000 feet. April and May. Now, while climbing Mount Everest, May is considered the ideal time to climb because of the weather conditions. Otherwise, there is a snowstorm or the weather is too cold. So, only during May, people can easily climb it. So, before that trek started, supplies were relayed. Now students, you have done your relay race where you had to pass that baton to the other person. So during April and May, supplies were relayed up the mountain. So supplies were passed from one person to another and camps were set up every 1000 to 2000 feet. So from the beginning, after 1000 or 2000 feet, there was one camp where there were supplies. After 1000 feet, there was another camp. So that way camps were set up. When they returned home, journalists kept asking the two men who reached the summit first. Each time they were asked, the response was the same. We reached it together as a team. So with lots of effort in 1953, on 29th May, Edmund Hillary and Sherpa Tenzing Norgay, they reached the summit first. They were the first to ascend Mount Everest. And when they returned home, journalists kept on asking who reached the summit first, who was the first person to reach there. And each time they were asked, the response was the same. Their reply was the same. We reached it together as a team. Now, lots of efforts were put by various people, and even though those two may have first person may be someone else and second one must be just behind him, but no one can do that by themselves. So it was always their answer that we reached it together as a team. The passage is written by Kimberly M. Hutmaker. So now from the article, let's fill in the blanks in activity 5. First word, the clue is top of a mountain. Top of a mountain is also called peak or from the article summit. So the word which fits here is summit, S-U-M-M-I-T, and then the whole word. Second word, from the United Kingdom. United Kingdom or from the Great Britain, and they are called British language or British people. So the word is British. Third one, journey on foot. The answer is T-R-E-K, trek. Fourth word, reply or answer. The answer blanks will be filled with response. And fifth word, passed something along from one person to another. Students, here the clue is given in past tense, passed. That's why the correct answer will be relayed. Otherwise, it can be R-E-L-A-Y, relay. It means the same, but as the word is in past tense, the correct answer will also has to be in past tense. After activity 5 of fill in the missing letters, activity 6, reading the passage, it's time for activity 7. Observe the table given below and complete the sentences. The table has serial number, name, nationality of the people given, their date of birth and date of ascent. Ascent means the act of climbing or going up. Since you were a child, you have been doing ascending and descending numbers. So ascending, it means going up, and descending, coming down. So the date of ascent. Here this information is about the date of ascent of Mount Everest, and these are the women with their nationality, date of birth and date of ascent. First one is Sharon Wood, who is Canadian from Canada. Her date of birth is 18th May 1957, date of ascent 20th May 1986. Second one, Santosh Yadav from India, born 10th October 1967 and date of ascent 12th May 1992. Third, Dicky Dolma from India, born 5th April 1974 and date of ascent 10th May 1993. And fourth, Junko Tabi from Japan, date of birth 22nd September 1939 and date of ascent 16th May 1975. From all these we can get certain information, and from that we have to complete the sentences. For example, from about Junko Tabi, we can say that she was the first one to ascend Mount Everest, and about Sharon Wood, we can say that she was the youngest to climb. It's not from 1939 to 1975. If we say that age, it is about 35 years. But from 1957 to 86, we can say that she was about 29 years old. So that's way, let's fill the sentences. First one. The first woman to climb Mount Everest is blank at the age of blank. First woman will be for 1975, 16th May 1975, and she is Junko Tabi, and she did it at the age of 1975 minus 1939, so we get 35 years. Second one, Sharon Wood was blank years old when she blank. From the information, we can say that Sharon Wood was 29 years old when she climbed Mount Everest. How can we say 29 years old? 1986, May 1986 minus May 1957. Third one, most of the climbers climbed the Everest during the month of May because of the good weather conditions. It's not given here, but as I said previously, that during May the weather is good for climbing. There are no snowstorms, or there is no acute cold, so people can trek there. It's the only favorable one. It's not as easy as we have the condition here, but it's better for trekking. Fourth one, the eldest woman among all is blank and is at present blank years old. Eldest woman would be the one who is born earliest, and she is Junko Tabi, as she was born on 22nd September 1939. And at present, you have to count from the years. Now, when the textbook was printed, all the details may not have been there. At present, Junko Tabi is no more. She passed away on 20th October 2016. But if she was alive, she would have been 80 years old. Dicky Dolma was the blank climber among all. Dicky Dolma. She was born on 1974 and she climbed at 1993. So, Dicky Dolma is the youngest climber among all. Previously, I said my mistake was there, but Dicky Dolma was the youngest and she climbed it at the age of 19. Now let's study the keywords or meanings. First word, conquering. It means to win something. Second, summit, the top of a mountain. Third word, coronation, a ceremony at which a person is made king or queen. Fourth, trek, journey on foot. Fifth, relayed, passed something along from one person to another. And sixth, ascent, the act of climbing or going up. That's all about conquering Everest, and you will have to do in your homework today activity 5 and 7 along with the meanings. I'll post this in our school application where you have to write all these things in your English Fair notebook. There's nothing more. We'll do a nice, creative, imaginative, fun poem in the next video. That's it for today. Bye.